Hi everyone. I had to do a retake of day 7. Um, anyway, welcome to day 7 of the Juice Feast. Today, I felt really good, and I wanted to also talk about sort of different things that I think people would want to maybe talk about and sort of leave it open, like an open forum. And so people would understand more um, about just different things that are happening like in this world at the moment. Um, like within this you know pandemic, and that it's in Europe it's coming back again, and in Australia, I mean, it's up and down. um, I just feel that everybody, this is like something that everybody is experiencing. I mean, every person. There's not nobody that has not been affected by this. Um, and I just wonder, like, um, how people are feeling, how people are coping. Um, I mean, I know myself, like within the lockdown, um, it was pretty full on, especially because I couldn't see my dad either, who's in a nursing home. I know my mum, like she just couldn't understand that the reason why we couldn't go out. Um, yeah, like what are people doing? What are people doing to sort of to cope? Like there's now like mental health has actually really come up front. And there's, I see so much advertising about, mental health. I also was sent something from the home care people for my mum about, mental health seminar. How, well, not only for this pandemic, but also, being a full time carer as well. Um, you know, I've let myself go. You know, um, not being motivated to you look after yourself to a certain extent, but not you know mentally. That's why I try. I sometimes have to push myself to do makeup and do special effects and things that I actually love doing. But even at one stage, even that kind of just sort of went on the back burner. Um, I just didn't feel motivated to do anything. And I bought things to sort of, okay, well, if I bought this, then this will motivate me to do something, you know. And that's when like the other last week, you know, I had a look at my feet and it was like, oh my god, they look like flippers pretty much, and I was like, I have to do something. But I had been looking up to do this juice feast already, like a few months ago. I was looking at it and going, oh yeah, okay, I'll start doing it, but never did it. Never did anything with it. Until I just went, okay, cold turkey. Like the next day, I was like, okay, well, actually, the day before I had started, I did some juices and I did some green juice just to try it out. And what I did after in the afternoon. I did a whole, and so I didn't have dinner. I basically just had the juices that I made, and then the next day I didn't. But then Saturday I was like, okay, morning breakfast I had something to eat, but then I was like, okay, lunchtime I'm going to start cutting everything up. I didn't realize the timing and how long it was going to take for me to cut everything up, and I was thinking about also how I get my mum organised in the morning, and as well as trying to get my juices. So yeah, because I thought to me, sleep is important too. Sleep and rest is important as well. So I was like, okay, I need to do this. I need to see how it is, and every day, some mornings I'd wake up and like, oh, I've got to cut all that. I've got to cut up all that thing. And then my sister said this morning, well, why don't you just cut it up the night before, and then the next morning, but I wasn't even better to do that. So anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, it's just a few things that that sort of and then I was thinking, oh my god, could you imagine if I was working, like how obviously I'd have to get up early, or I would make sure that I had a juicer, make sure that I had everything prepared, so then okay, I'm not going to go, oh, I'm waiting on this to come, which is what I've done. But doesn't matter, it's okay, it's all good, it's all worked out where it's supposed to be. And yeah, so just and it's interesting because yesterday, there was thoughts going through my head, and it was interesting because when I looked at the because every day they have things, the videos to look at, and how to do that, on the feast. And it was interesting. It was about thoughts and things like that. And I was like, oh, it's interesting, And obviously, when you are cleansing and sort of getting rid of stuff from your body, you get the old old memory coming back, and sort of the old pains sort of coming back as well, like the pains that I used to have pains in my knee. And anyway, sometimes I say to my mum, oh, I feel like I'm getting old. I'm an old woman. She just laughed at me. Well, you're way too. So if you're an old woman, what about me? But anyway. And yeah, so I think just sort of and I think the green juices, in regards to if you look at the chakras and what colors the chakra is, the green is of the heart. So yeah, and they're all free, they're all, yeah, it's just very interesting with the correlation. Sometimes I have these little, not epiphanies, but they're going, oh yeah, that makes sense. Or it might make sense a couple of days later because I'm thinking, oh yeah, like, so just interesting how things progress, and things come to you at the right time. So yeah. Anyway, so I just like today, I don't know if I drink enough juice because I started feeling a bit sore later on this afternoon, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I haven't, but I made a juice when I came home anyway from going out, and then I was like, I didn't really feel like having any more because I'd had Fitbit when I came home. So yeah, so today, I mean, usually at night I tend to have like a little bit of lemon and water just to because I really like the taste of lemon and water. I mean, I have no problem with drinking water straight. I have no problem with that. But yeah, it was just a matter of it's all trial and error basically now, and you have to make it individualized for yourself too, because we're all so different. And I just think this year has been a time of really shifting and getting rid of stuff. Like we will never be the same again. Pretty much we are all changed because of what we've all gone through collectively as whatever happened this year. So we are pretty much, if people will say that, we're separate, we're not separate. We are basically all one together. You know what I mean? Like we have gone through all this together, so we can all share the experience. I'm just very curious and interested in what other people have actually experienced during this time, and what And now that things, I suppose in every country things are so different, but now in what we are coming to, and where are they? Where are they going? What is happening with them? And where are their their dreams and inspirations coming from now? Because we're all picking up, we're all sort of getting back to and then I hope that you're all taking care of yourselves, and making sure that people around you are okay, being more of a community, yeah. Anyway, so I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Anyway, take care and juice on.